Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, guys, just a little bit ago, I gave you an update that the Iranians were preparing to launch ballistic missiles onto the United States Air Force military base located in Qatar called Al-Udeid. And I have more information for you guys. These ballistic missiles have been fired, and I've got multiple videos coming out from Qatar to show you. So we're going to start off with this update here on your screen. Iran launches missiles at Al-Udeid Air Base in Qatar, jet scrambled. A spokesperson for the Qatari Minister of Foreign Affairs said in a statement that Qatari air defenses thwarted the attack and successfully intercepted the Iranian missiles. Yeah, based on some of these videos I'm going to show you guys, looks like dozens were fired. I don't know how many exactly have been fired onto the Al-Udeid Air Base just yet, but it was attacked. And we're also hearing reports that possibly in Kuwait and maybe even Iraq, we had some explosions at other military airfields that host the United States military. So this is very big, guys. This could be the beginning of a major conflict between the U.S. and Iran. So I'm going to dive right into this, start sharing this information with you guys. Let's hop in over here to Ocean Defender. Footage showing surface-to-air missiles launched from Al-Udeid Air Base intercepting Iranian ballistic missiles earlier over Doha, Qatar. So we got a 40-second clip here. You're going to see all these missiles incoming into Qatar. Take a look at this. Allahu Akbar. All right, pretty wild footage here. We can see what looks like about a dozen or so ballistic missiles coming from Iran right here, entering into Doha, Qatar. And it looks like in this video, a lot of them are being shot down. There's some still sitting up in the skies over here, but we can see several interceptions just in this one video alone. Let's move on to another one. Now from Oza Defender, panic scene in Doha during an Iranian ballistic missile attack earlier against Al-Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Here's another video as well. It's very short, only 4 seconds. But we can see people running through the parking lot over here, trying to find somewhere to take shelter as we've got Iranian ballistic missiles incoming into Qatar. This is just crazy, guys. I mean, again, this could be the very beginning of a massive war between Iran and the United States as we have a U.S. airbase now under attack. And Iran is retaliating for these strikes on their nuclear facilities over the weekend when the U.S. carried out those attacks. I think it was on Saturday, right? Now from Ukrainian Review, Qatar Al-Udeid base was preemptively evacuated under prior security protocols. All necessary measures were taken to ensure the safety of Qatari and allied personnel. Trump currently in Situation Room with Defense Secretary and Joint Chiefs. Yes, I reported that to you guys earlier, probably about an hour or so ago, letting you know that Trump is in the Situation Room right now. U.S. Defense Secretary and Joint Chiefs of Staff is there. The top heads of the military are currently convening right now to figure out how they're going to be responding to this attack on the Al-Udeid Air Base. So here's another video, 10 seconds. All right, so here's somebody driving down a road, and it looks like at the very beginning, let me go back here for a second, we can see a fire that was started right here. I'm not sure if that was a missile impacting the road, or maybe it was one that was shot down. Could be also an interceptor also falling from the sky that started a fire. But we can see these missiles incoming to Qatar here. Looks like there's 2 of them right here, just in this one video. Now let's move on to Oza Defender. Multiple interceptors seen leaving Qatar during the Iranian ballistic missile attack against U.S. Al-Udeid Air Base. So we're going to be seeing some missile interceptors heading up to intercept these incoming missiles into Qatar. Take a look at this.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Southwest, coming from the direction of Al-Udeid. Windows are shaking. La ilaha illallah.
All right, we'll go ahead and pause it here so you can see dozens of interceptors heading up into the skies to try to intercept these incoming ballistic missiles. And again, according to the Qatari officials, they're stating that they thwarted this attack. I think I did see some reports that there could have been damage on the base, but for the most part, what we're seeing a lot of these videos and the information coming out here, like in this video, a lot of these interceptors going up. So it looks like they definitely took down a good majority of them. Now from World Source News 24/7, breaking sirens in Bahrain and Kuwait. Yeah, so Bahrain, Kuwait, we've got sirens. We've got a video here actually out of Bahrain that I can show you. Oza Defender siren sounding earlier in Bahrain as residents are told to take shelter until further notice. Here's another video. We'll watch some of this too. All right, so yeah, sirens going off all over the Middle East right now as other nations could be under attack. Again, reports today, Kuwait, also Iraq, U.S. bases could have been attacked. I've got more information on that. Now, Ozen Defender, the airspace over the United Arab Emirates, UAE, has now been closed. Okay, so I reported that earlier to you guys that the UAE was reportedly going to close their airspace as well. Looks like they have followed suit with Qatar and have now closed their airspace. Now, World Source News 24/7, breaking unconfirmed reports of explosions at Ain al-Assad Air Base in Iraq. Okay, so al-Assad Air Base also reportedly could be under attack right now as well. And I'll wait for further confirmation on that. But it says here, update, it appears the explosion reported was an interception over the base. Okay, so maybe they were being attacked as well. There were some reports that the Iranians could have been targeting multiple bases, but as far as we know, the Al-Udeid Air Base was one of the major bases being attacked today. Here's another report from X Alerts, which is usually a pretty reliable source. Breaking, Iran launches attack on U.S. military bases in Iraq and Kuwait. Okay, so there's that report. We'll wait for more information on that, but possibly Iraqi bases and Kuwait also being attacked from Iran. Now from Max 25, Iran gave advance notice of Qatar base attacks to minimize casualties, according to the New York Times. CNN reports this Iranian attack appears largely symbolic as Iran was forced to respond to a U.S. attack. Iran says it fired as many missiles as the number of bombs the U.S. used in the attack. So I wonder if Iran is trying to downplay this and make it appear as if, oh, we're just responding to the strikes that took place over the weekend because the U.S. dropped bombs on us. We're just launching the same amount of attacks back that the U.S. carried out onto our nuclear facilities, as we had 3 major nuclear facilities supposedly being damaged, blown up, maybe even destroyed over the weekend by the U.S. Yeah, New York Times reporting here that Iran reportedly gave advance notice of Qatar base attacks to minimize casualties. I think they were also stating they were trying not to cause harms to civilians. It was mainly an attack on the Al-Udeid Air Base. So these were just some other pictures here coming out showing the Al-Udeid Air Base, maybe some of the targets that they were going after on that base. And from what we know, this base is completely cleared out already by the U.S. military. Now, from Oza Defender, Iranian state-run media announces the beginning of Operation Basharat al-Fath against U.S. bases in the Middle East. Okay, so if they're announcing an operation against U.S. bases, not just the Al-Udeid, but maybe they're going to be targeting other bases, and considering the fact that they attacked Al-Udeid, I'm pretty sure they're going to be launching more attacks onto other bases. So again, guys, I think this is going to lead to something big here. This could definitely throw this whole war into further escalation, and we could have a massive war between the U.S. and Iran here imminently, and it could have already started right now. Now, finally, Vicegrad 24 breaking: U.S. fighter jets take off from their airbase in Saudi Arabia after Iranian missile attacks against the U.S. airbase in Qatar. Okay, so yeah, we've also got fighter jets taking off from Saudi Arabia. And maybe they're going to be heading over there right now to Iran to launch strikes. Don't be surprised, because there's lots of U.S. military assets in the Middle East right now. They were preparing for this strike to be coming from Iran. It looks like it has now occurred. Now we're going to see what the next steps are going to be from the U.S. Are they just going to go retaliate and launch strikes over there? Or are we now going to see a major war between Iran and the U.S.? You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.